on any given day, there's 3 to 5 tokens. So that means when you look at an entire year, there's 1,000 tokens out there, right? So that's a lot. And the truth is, other than Bitcoin or Ethereum, they're all illiquid. They're like non-liquid. And as a token issuer, there's mainly two things as a fiduciary responsibility. One is to make sure that you deliver your product or your service or your platform or your protocol. That's a very important thing, which I would say 80-90% of the companies will either be delayed or it doesn't work or fail. The second responsibility that these token issuers have is to provide liquidity, provide price stability, having multiple exchanges or channels for your token holders to buy or sell or use your utility token. So as an exchange, every day we get contact from token issuers saying like, hey, Mike, we just finished our ICO. We have a responsibility that within the month of delivering our token, we need to find an exchange that can list our token. So there's so many out there. And then they're going to find out that just listing is not enough. Someone needs to provide market making. Someone needs to provide liquidity. And they haven't really thought through. So there's so many tokens out there, and it's not only around the ICO, the initial offering, but it's the post offering that they all need to work on. So fortunately, our Cryptos exchange, where you guys all sign up, this is going to become a self-service ICO platform. So any token issuer who wants to do a safe token sale will list their token or do an ICO on the Cryptos platform, right? So we will do the due diligence. We'll read the white paper. We already have a partner law firm who is going to help us make sure that it's not an equity token. It's utility. It doesn't give like mixed signals. It doesn't, for example, offer to Chinese residents. So there's a lot of things we need to do because as an exchange, we can get in trouble, right? So our Cryptos exchange, I cannot emphasize this strong enough that with all the ICO platforms in China that went out of business, it's a huge opportunity for Cryptos to become the dominant, the de facto place for the initial token sale and the listing after that. But going back is what makes Cash special. It's more around what makes Quoine special. So as a former, like I worked at SoftBank for 5 years. So I did investments, I did partnership, joint venture. Prior to that, I was a VC for 10 years. Our partnership managed 1.2 billion. And we invested in early stage startups. When we look at startups, it's very simple. It's all about the team, right? Anyone can build a beautiful PowerPoint. Anybody can have a nice looking LinkedIn, and they can make a wonderful video. But have they been there? Have they done that? Right? Who are the team members, right? That's extremely important. Have they built a successful business before? If they haven't, what assures them that this is going to be successful, right? So it's important. Even if you were successful in the past, it doesn't guarantee you success in the future, right? But if you haven't done anything, how do you know that you can make sure that you can build a robust product? And then how do you know that that product works and it fits in the market, right? So anyone can build a beautiful website and a video and a white paper, but it boils down to the team. So I will urge you, everybody, to look at our liquid white paper and our website. So I came from SoftBank, and my CFO also I bring from SoftBank. Everyone else came from banking. Right? So they built commodity exchanges, they built currency exchanges, they built bond exchanges, right? And now we're building a cryptocurrency exchange. Um, because they worked at Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, they know how to build cross banking, high performance, high availability platforms with the highest security, reliability, availability, the number one processing matching engine. These are things you just can't build, right? You need to be in an environment where you've built those before. So when you look at all these ICOs, the place you need to look at is essentially the management team, right? Yes, they could be a bunch of PhDs, but a lot of PhDs, have they built businesses before? That's a different story, right? So it's actually very easy when you look at when VCs look at companies, they all look at the team and they do reference checks. Like when you look at all these ICOs and they have these last minute advisors, what are those advisors, right? Hey, they get maybe what 80% discount and they pump and dump. Again, that's why when you look at our website, we don't have any advisors because advisors is a very, I don't know, it's a beautiful word that has no accountability, right? So on our website, we actually show our directors. These are board of directors, and one of our directors actually is a senior advisor of the Japan FSA, right? He used to be the number two guy at Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group. They're the largest retail bank in Japan. They also own Morgan Stanley, right? So he was the number two guy there. So our directors are real. They supported us from day one. And also all the other people listed there are investors. So they are my personal friends and the people I know personally who support us. So I will the when you look at there because there's so many ICOs, right? And sometimes it becomes difficult to look at and say, hey, this looks better than the other, right? But one thing that you should always look at is always the management team. So that's how we differentiate ourselves.